Okay, I would when I get done with that, I will read the let me drop the link right now. We about to get another guest, y'all. We about to get another guest. Hold up. This was lit. Make sure y'all share this live. The murder in the beef sector. All right. We have the author of Meth Monster. I dropped the link. Okay. Okay. I dropped the link. Man, it's just good, man. Okay. We're gonna have another guest. Okay. When I get done cooking, I'm definitely about to look out. Okay. And this is, man, y'all are getting the show today. Y'all are getting the show today. This was lit. This is a lit show. So I've been following it's to Uncle Tim. I've been following Uncle Tim for a long time, man. And he is an author of a book, many different books he wrote. And so one particular book that he wrote is a new one, and it's entitled Murder in the Beef Sector. And we have none other than Timothy Blaine on the show. How you doing? How you doing, sir? You got you on the live right now.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were on 3 hours. I thought you just came on.
It's okay, man. Super. I'm really excited because today I'm gonna purchase your book and read it. I'm there. I really personally thought
it's available. There it is. I got my copy today.
Oh, the hard copy. So it's the hard.
Yeah, Murder in the Beef Sector.
Yes. So I want to ask you. I thought this book was about Fyebabe and getting doxed because she the one that got the children. I thought you was writing a book about that.
No. None of these people. The only person who even resembles a character in the book is me. But anybody can be in the beef sector. So these are just different characters, but the issues are the same.
Okay.
The issues about doxing are the same. The issues about calling CPS the same. The issues about calling people's jobs, calling the police, calling the FBI, calling the CIA, all these things, and it kind of climaxes in someone's mind a solution.
I remember in the beef sector, it was a white guy. And also, Fyebabe actually came out and she said that we're going to contact Social Security to take away Uncle Tim benefits. What was going through your mind when they were trying to team up to do that?
It was the invasion of my privacy.
Okay.
Just like you, where you work, Wally, that is your personal life. I have got no reason to be calling your job to try to cause you to lose your job or to embarrass you on your job. I have no reason to be calling your landlord and see if I can say something to your landlord that's going to inspire him to evict you. You see what I'm saying? People even go so far as to call CPS on people. They just send them to their house, right? And you don't know what the situation is there. What if the person actually loses their children? So this is what I try to explore in Murder in the Beef Sector. Because these people have just simply doxed the wrong person. They have gotten away with it and gotten away with it and got away with it. And then eventually they doxed the wrong one. And all hell breaks loose, as they say.
I feel you on that because I remember in the beef sector, Fyebabe, she's doing a documentary, she said, and she showed up to my family church. That was my personal family church for her doing that. I remember back in the beef sector, Jay Wilson said he's going to call the cops. And I remember you came out and said, why are we calling the police on a black man? We need to stop doing that. Innocent black people. I remember you came out and you said that because a lot of that's been going on in the beef sector where they're doxing each other and all of that.
Right. Look at George Floyd was killed over a fucking fake $20 bill. The police should never have been called. And he ended up losing his life behind a fake $20 bill. When I volunteer at coffee shop where I work, if we get a fake dollar bill, that's why we're holding it up to the sun to confirm it's real or not, right? We don't call the police or the SWAT team on a motherfucker. We just said it's just a fake bill. We don't even know if the person even knows it's a fake bill, right? And it cost that man his life for his interaction with these damn police. They're not our friends, Ain't nothing funny about it. There's nothing amusing about it. And my feeling is, if you don't have the ability to beef with people, you probably shouldn't even be in something called the beef sector, because all we're doing over here is words.
Right. And
right.
It's another situation in the B sector that I think is going on as a court case, that they're saying that Rita, the baddest roaster, her location was doxxed, and they posted it on social media. How did that, how did you feel as an elder hearing that? I don't know all the details. I just heard someone say that her family was doxxed and her new address was put out on the internet. But how did that make you feel? You have this book, Murder in the B Sector. How would you feel if somebody doxed your place? Or is you going to go to court on December the 16th to get some more information about it?
I'm going to go to court, but the people who have read the book, only nasty people like Five Monster and them people, they're the only ones that actually read a little bit of the book, they skip through it kind of thing. But there's a character in there that appears they are saying is Rita. Well, it's not actually Rita, but someone did call CPS on her, and then someone did cause her to lose her housing, saying that her brother was a drug dealer. And then when she lost her housing, CPS stepped in because now she had no place of her own. She automatically lost her children. This woman lost her kids because of some bullshit on YouTube. Well, in the book it's called The Two. But yeah, it's a horrible thing because Rita was living in a bad situation. They somehow were able to find her old apartment and show the disrepair of the old apartment and how bad the old apartment was, and Rita was having issues at the time. And then they took pictures of it and showed it all over the internet, right? Which is wrong. It's an invasion of people's privacy. And I think it was Fyebabe who did that, or Fye Monster, as I call her. Then she finally got herself a new place to live, a nice place for her children. She's raising a special needs child, right? And some person claims that in the city the size of Baltimore, they were just passing down the street and they saw her husband carrying either his groceries in or something into their new place, and they immediately brought it to YouTube to dox her. Doxing is posting the information, right? To post her new address, so she can be terrorized now at her new address. It seems like a nice, clean, nice neighborhood, right? But they saw the man and then followed him to see what his address was. It's all so damn wrong to me, right?
So I'm trying to say, did Shawn do this? I'm trying to see who was the person. Do you think? Do you think he did it? Do you think he needed to go down and go to prison for doing this?
No, there was another woman who did who gathered that information. I don't know what his role is in it. I'm so disgusted by this whole doxing thing that a lot of times I don't even follow the stories because I can't do a damn thing about it. I can't do anything about it. All I can say is, God damn, it's so wrong. The guy, Food Junkie, he was on the freeway, apparently. He looked down at the screen at his chat, and then he put on the brakes because to avoid running into somebody, right? They called the other person on there, called the police on this man, went down there with his picture and his license number, so the police could harass this black man. Food Junkie is a loose cannon. We don't know how he's going to act when they show up, which was the point I was trying to make about you with Jay Wilson. I said, well, he already told you he was bipolar, okay? What if he's having an episode when these police show up? And all they know is I saw something shiny and commenced to kicking his ass or putting bullets in it, right? All because you saw somebody put on their brakes. Well, are we glad that he put on his brakes?
What do you think that, because I see all of this in the B sector, it was one particular person that passed away, Lady P, and even 7 Stars came out and said something negative about it. Zero Tolerance said something negative about it. How did that make you feel to see people talk about somebody that did pass away?
Well, it's just so disrespectful. A person is dead, they're dead, let them rest in peace. When you go to a funeral, you go to pay your respect. You don't come to your murmuring and complaining. God is sick of our murmuring and complaining. If you want to murmur and complain, you should have done it while she was alive. Leave that woman alone. Because people have families, honey. People have families. They're not restricted from YouTube. Everybody's on YouTube. The whole goddamn country's on YouTube, right? So they see that stuff. You're there talking all this horrible shit about the person's mother. You don't give a fuck if they dead. Well, girl, what if you die? These people who are dying now of COVID and so forth, they're not old people. Anybody can die. Anybody can get shot in their goddamn head. This is the way it is. And what happens in your family? So yeah, I thought that was horrible. That was disgusting. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have anything nice to say about the person, just don't say shit. Just don't say nothing. Don't go to the funeral. Don't send no flowers. And that's it. The person's gone.
I know recently you were talking about your deceased mother on YouTube. Is that true?
My mother's not deceased. Yesterday, I had this nasty, filthy pig. This pig. She started calling my mother a whore. When I wrote my book, Meth Monster, you read that.
Yes, I
did mention my upbringing, right? And I tried to talk about the reality of my life, right? Perhaps some of these things led into a full-grown person being on drugs, whatever. So I didn't try to leave anything out, right? So these monsters, they go into my book. They don't want to read the book. They don't want to get any inspiration out of the book. They don't want to know that it's a spiritual book, basically. All they want to know is what are the worst moments of your life, right? So when I say my mother married an abusive man, this is now when I was 1 year old. I have no memory of it. I just have family passing along the stories, right? I was she divorced him when I was, she divorced him when I was 8. So she married an abusive man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned that in my book in one sentence. In one sentence. So this freak yesterday, she's saying my mother was a whore, and this man, her husband, was a pimp. So my mother was constantly getting her shit beat out of her by this pimp. So she was a whore. I mean, well, how do you say that to a man? A man in his 60s. I mean, my parents would be in their 80s, honey. I mean, how can you be? And it's a total lie. It's an absolute lie. These niggas, they don't even read. First of all, they don't read nothing, child. They just go in there and pee and say, oh, I can get that. Look what he did. Yeah. They call me a dumpster diver. Okay. When I tried to explain in Meth Monster about the experience of doing crystal meth, I thought it would be foolish and a lie to leave out the part about dumpster diving. Because if you live near a drug area, all you got to do is walk around the drug area and you say, well, God damn, what they looking for? Why these people got all this stuff, all these bicycle parts on the shopping cart? And all these questions you would have. I tried to explain that, right? Oh, you a dumpster diver. I said, girl, that wasn't even a sentence. That was mentioned within the confines of one sentence, girl. Because I was trying to explain about drugs. I'm not here to glamorize doing drugs. I'm not here to entice you to make you want to get high. I want to tell the truth. Apparently, the truth don't mean anything to some of these people. They don't give a fuck about the truth. All they want to do is try to get somebody. I got you. Oh, you said it in your book. Oh, you said what? Well, why would I write a book if I wasn't going to say it? I mean, how you going to talk about drugs, girl? What, you going to go over and make it flowery? Because to hear these people, black people, ain't none of them rich because they all act like they were born on the Huxtables. Mm-hmm. It's all bullshit. Right? So my feelings are very strong about this doxing thing. So I can't say that they doxed me because they read my book. It's amazing that I inspired them to read anything. Because they don't read books, believe me.
You were talking about something. You came out and you were a part of a project, the show, and you came out with a saying, show, no show. You were very upset about it. So I want to know what made you quit the show? What made you say no to it? Because my understanding, I thought you said you wasn't going to do it because of the pandemic. But what was your reason?
Right. I named it not show, no show, but the show. Okay. So when you hear them all say now, show, that was one of mine.
Yeah, show. Yeah, that's just what
right,
it is.
Right. So you and I, we can't leave out the part that now that's where I met you at. We were there together in Atlanta.
Yes.
Right. We met. And so I was gun ho for the show at that point. But when I got back here, these monsters over there, what they call themselves Club Chat, these creatures. I went on there and somebody was being attacked. I don't know. I came onto to their channel. And them hags, they went off on me and talked about me like I was a goddamn piece of shit on the bottom of their shoe. And I said, what the fuck is this? And for Bradley to sit there and allow them to do that, I said, this is my guest. What the fuck? I'm doing this. I'm flying across the country to support him. and then they're gonna jump on me and disrespect me that way. I'm just real big with this respect kind of thing, John. And so then I start seeing him in a different way, right? But I was still going to participate in this show until I got to they sent me a ticket. I got to the last minute, supposed to go to Orlando to do this show. And some people say you just supposed to say you had an idea, whatever. For me, God said, don't go to that goddamn Orlando, because it happened. I already had the ticket. I think I was within a week of leaving, right? Don't go to Orlando. And I'm glad I didn't go, because when I saw the outtakes from Orlando, these people were all on top of each other. They were kissing each other. They were putting their ass all on each other. They were breathing right in each other's mouth. They were in the jacuzzi together. They were doing all this kind of stuff, right? And Orlando was having an extremely hard time with COVID at the time, which they still are because of their asshole governor. But I said, girl, I'm so happy that I did not go there. I had no business being there. I am 63 years old. I could have went there and lost my life because of that foolishness, right? So that's the real reason I didn't participate in that second show. Their attitudes are why I continually make videos about the show. Because I thought I was being treated unfairly for going on there. I didn't realize what they did on that chat over there, but apparently that's what they do. They go in and they jump on people. This club chat. When I met them in Atlanta, they seemed like nice people to me. I thought they were decent people. I was amazed. I was sitting there like, oh my God, what did I do to you?
Because when I met people from Club Chat, they're very nice.
They were nice people.
I don't know what happened, because I detached from the B sector. So when you said, I said, oh, I don't know, because the people that I met from Club Chat, very good people. One particular member told me about stocks, and I got into the stock market and did pretty, okay. So right. I don't know what they said to you or how they addressed you or how they talked about you and all of that stuff. I just don't understand that part. But this is YouTube, so people on YouTube is one way on YouTube than it is in reality. How did it feel when Jay Wilson left the show? Do you know why did he leave? Because I don't understand about that. What do you think he
probably left? A similar reason. I think COVID influenced all that kind of thing. But after you get back, then they start talking shit about you. Then they did a Zoom show. I don't know if you were there or not. They did a Zoom show, and it was the same thing. My microphone was down, and all these hags were just screaming and hollering and shit. I couldn't hear anything. I mean, I don't even do the StreamYard because of all they're so disorganized, and it's just yelling and screaming and hollering. This is what Shawn Bradley considers entertainment. So I don't know what chance this show actually had anyway, because all they basically do is scream and holler, right? So, but they thought they were reading me. And so he held that for a couple of weeks, and then he released it. Look how Timothy Blaine feels about black women. Look how he feels. I'm trying to holler and scream at the goddamn screen, and my sound is turned off. And when it's turned on, their microphones are way up, and mine's way down. So it's making a goddamn fool out of me, child. I said, wait a minute, I don't like these niggas. I just don't like them. But that's what happened. That's what happened. So you disrespect me. I got the same thing for you. But I think the show has just failed. I don't think that's necessarily a reflection on the people who were involved in it, but there tons of shows are pitched all the time. I think that the reality show that Shaky and them were doing around the same time also had problems, and it has been stopped. Right?
I think like because this wasn't my first experience. I was on another show and it didn't get picked up. So how I look at it is whatever the blessing, whatever happened, it happened. I just think people ran to YouTube and they were talking about something that was not on television. And this is the first time I say this publicly. I did not agree with that. Because why are we talking about something that's not on television? Because it may never be on television.
Right.
If you look at T.S. Madison, she never talked about the T.S. Madison experience before the T.S. Madison experience came out. Because you can tape a show, it could be taped until it get green light, until it's on the network. Then they tell people, hey girl, I'm on ABC or on BET or Zeus or whatever. That's what I don't discuss it. And I have content. I'm not going to mention something that's not on television because the first thing people are going to tell me, oh, girl, you lied. It ain't on TV. Where is that? That's why I didn't really was that invested in talking about it on YouTube. And another thing, I'm not in the B sector like that. I talk about celebrity gossip and do commentary. And then you
Right.
have people that say they're not doing it, and then they just trashed it. And the thing about Neek at Night, that was the only, not Neek, I'm sorry. What was the girl? Lady Dunn. Is it Lady Dunn? What's son? Jay Dunn.
Right.
That to me, I just didn't understand that because I'm like, everybody, when you do something, you know what you signing up for. I just think people just couldn't deal with the backlash on YouTube.
Right. 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 Well, she said she was under the impression she was going there to talk about her real life story. It was a serious thing. And when she got there, all they were doing was jumping on her. Well, that all that drama with Five Monster and them people, they just jumped on that girl like that. She was not expecting that. She was not expecting to be ambushed by all these people with all this vitriol, right?
But
So
how
I
I look
can see
at
your
it,
point. You were there. I wasn't there.
but my thing is this: when you on YouTube and you have a beef, if it's on site, it's on site. How I look at it, because I knew what I was me. It was different. I knew exactly what I was signing up for. I knew that it's possible for me to run into Tim Bland or Jay Wilson or anybody. But if Jay Wilson would have came out of pocket, would have came in my face, he would have got his ass knocked out because you see that person in person. So I don't understand that people knew what they were signing up for. Like, how do you not know? You on a YouTube with YouTubers, so obviously it's going to be something. It's going to pop off. How I look at it.
Right.
That's how I look at it. But for you, I understood it because it is a pandemic, right? I was like, oh man, it's a pandemic. I was like, okay. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna just go. And that's what I did. And I will continue to go as long as they will have me. And if it never come out, that's okay. I look at it, I was able to travel. I met some good people, had some good relationship with some good folks. So I look at it like that because it may not happen. But I look at the relationships that the people that I met that really do got the power, and you know who we talking about, that you don't see on YouTube doing videos that got the power. But I said, hey, it is what it is. If it don't happen, I just thank God that I was in the room and I know how Holly get that front row seat of how Hollywood production, how things actually work. And the people that I met, I'll say, hey man, it's just good for that experience.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to ask.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I wanted to ask you because with you and Jay Wilson, I thought you two would be just the best of friends because y'all are both elders. I thought that. What made you come to that place where you said, I'm just not going to feel Jay Wilson? Because I understood why Jay Wilson just did not like me. It's for some other reason he just did not like me. But why didn't you not like Jay Wilson? Why did y'all not see?
I just don't like anything about him. He asked me that in Atlanta. Why don't you like me? I said, girl, I can't tell you. I just don't like your ass. When I walk my dog in the morning, he can walk past 30 dogs, right? But there'll be one particular dog. As soon as they get on the same street, it is a natural thing in nature. As soon as they get, every single time they try to kill each other. We got to walk one across the street and all that kind of stuff. Only that one dog, though. And they never talk. Dogs don't talk, I don't think. Right? They don't like each other. And that's how I feel about Jay Wilson. When I was on my deathbed, this is how I met him. He called himself praying for me. Well, when I got out of the hospital, suffering with cancer, he ain't praying for me. He praying on me because every goddamn video that he made after that was about me. I said, I don't even know him. And then there was several aspects of his personality that began to show through where I started to really dislike him. So there were months where I was still listening and then building up more and more to a point where I just don't like this dude. So then he got into something with Fyebabe and VS or some shit like that, taking money from them, something like that, whatever the beef was. And it all came out, right? It all came out. So when I saw him in Atlanta, this happened before you got there. You got there a little late, right? When I saw him, I had that same energy. That was the brilliance of these producers of the show. They wanted us to get us coming off the plane before we even said hello to each other. They wanted to see her. But I told Ty before I got there, I said, listen, I'm a convict, honey. I play life for real. I want you to tell me, because if I'm going down, I want to know, I want to be clear on why I'm going there, right? I want you to tell me, is Jay Wilson going to be there? Because at the time, I had made something like 70 videos about him. and he had weak responses to each one of them, right? So he was feeding off of me as well, but the hatred was so built up. And then when I saw him, I think he said maybe 3 words, and I was coming after him to hurt him for real. I didn't know it wasn't my plan to be that way, but that's how much it built up, the anger, right? So when I wrote this book, and you plug it again, Murder in the Beef Sector, it was because people specifically Deanna Irving, she's a YouTuber on Beef Sector. Some of her people heard me kept saying, I should write a story about this. This is drama, right? About the event. But the event, I mean, basically it was 1 week. I mean, it was 2 days, right? So after I started writing, I said, no, they kept encouraging me to write the story, right? And at one point, Deanna Irving invited me over to her channel, and people were saying, why don't you write this story and about the show? Write the story about the show. So almost from the first page, I realized, oh no, this is bigger than the show. Because the show actually never even happened. The show was a reunion, right? Those things that they put us together, it's like if you have the Real Housewives of Atlanta, at the end, they have a reunion, right? Where they all come together in a room. Well, that's essentially what we were participating in. But my thing is, how you going to have a reunion and you ain't got no show? I mean, why would people even know who these people are? Who would give a damn about them arguing with each other, right? What is the show? See, so what I'm feeling is that they're going to try to take the clips of these various beefs and then put them together and then pretend that the show has brought them together. That's why they gave us our phones at the end. They want to see us buddy, like the show has actually accomplished something. But you know, like I know, that all we did is sit in that room and just yell and scream at each other, right? After a while, I guess
I think for me, when we were all on our YouTube lives, I knew when I turned that camera on, I got to keep the same energy because people is watching. So I had that much sense. Right. A lot of people, I ain't girl. And it was a lot of backlash. They were like, what? This is all fake. I thought they was really beefing. And but when the camera was on, I said, Fyebabe, fish, because I knew that I had to keep the same energy because for the audience, they like it when we beef because it's called the beef sector. Right. And another thing too with the show and whatever, where production or whatever, COVID happened. I personally believe if COVID did not happen, we would have been at a better position. It's kind of hard to take when COVID is going on because a lot of people don't trust it. Then you got to have a lot of protocols. People got to wear masks. People got to get regularly tested. So it's a lot. I do personally believe we all would have been at a better position if COVID did not happen, but we never know what's going to happen. I just wanted to be a part of something because I knew what I signed up for. I prayed about it and I said, I think this would be good, just to meet different people. And I always wanted to be in a room with people that I beef with. The energy it's I said, I want to see, and I never met you in person. I met you in person. I met other people in person. And I just love some people. I have a good relationship with some. If they on fire, I wouldn't even piss on them. So it's just that same thing. And I just love it for that. I've never been to Vegas. I've never been to Orlando. I've never been to Atlanta. I've traveled more.
You were to all three?
Huh?
You were at all three?
Yeah, I've never been to any of those. So for me, it was good for me. And I was taking in gyms and getting ideas and all of that. I took so much from that experience. And let me tell you, when I was in Atlanta and we were outside, I said, I want to change my content because I don't think I can grow if I continue to be in the B sector. So because of that experience, I left home and I said, hey, let me just do celebrity gossip. And that experience, I thank that experience for that because I was able to be around mansions and millionaires, people that got more money than I have. And I said, man, let me change up my content and do other stuff. So that's why I changed. People always ask me, Wiley, why did you do celebrity gossip? I did it when I went to Atlanta and I saw all the mansions and I saw all this money. And I said, man, I want to be that one day. And I said, I need to change up my content. And I did exactly that. So
well, congratulations. You realize you done passed me up now.
I didn't
because when you switched up, I think you were around 10,000. You have been stuck at 10,000 for a long time.
For a long time.
And now I'm stuck at 20 and you passed me up.
And I did it because you get more exposure. And another thing too, Tim, when VS went to jail and that whole thing, I knew I was like, it's time to go. Like it was too much. And then the beat started to get too nasty and vulgar. I said,
Yeah.
well, let's get to something else. And so now I get into celebrity gossip. I see Uncle Tim. I'm sorry. I see I see Shawn Bradley in the chat. It was just a good spin. Let me tell you, I didn't know how to travel. Let me be real with you, Uncle Tim. I ain't know how to none but no travel bag, deodorant. When I say like when you travel, you can't have a big thing of deodorant. You gotta have the travel pack size. So
Right.
my experience of learning. So the next time I went to Vegas, I knew how to have a travel pack and all that, knew how to travel and all that. Now I got to, I'm like, okay, wardrobe. What I learned from it, I learned that I need to work better with getting better clothing because get better outfits. So it's a lot of things that I learned from the experience. I
Right.
learned a lot. I'm telling you, Uncle Tim, I learned. I said, man, I would love to be a producer one day. I would love to have cameras. I would love to produce reality shows. So I just learned a lot from it. But I turned out a lot of noise on YouTube, and I'm so glad I got out of the beef sector because it gave me growth. Because it just gave me a lot of growth. But I do want to ask you this, because you definitely had a person emailed you or text you or called you. It was one particular person called you, and you said, if you show up to my house,
Right.
I got a pole, a pipe.
Yeah. Lucille.
Someone called you.
Yes.
So
Bidgie AdSense. Bidgie AdSense.
yeah, he called your phone and left
Right.
you a message. How did that make you feel? Do you get scared that someone might show
No,
up?
no, babe. I'm from the hard streets. I was a drug dealer for 17 years. I was a drug addict for 17 years. I was a drug dealer for 10 years here in San Francisco. I went to prison 10 times and got out 10 times. I was dealing with all kinds of crazy, insane people, right? People are always trying to get you, right? Everybody was always on the make. People are always setting you up to try to get somebody else to rob you. They want somebody who you don't know that knows them to rob you. So you constantly on. I have moves, is what I'm saying. I have not lost my moves, honey. I know how to handle when a bitch comes after me. But no, I don't have that kind of fear. Sometimes you kind of wish. I wish to hope the hell a motherfucker would knock on my door. Well, and then let's just exercise. Exercise our rights as Americans. You knocked on my goddamn door. So that boy Wilson, I feel like, oh, bitch, hasn't really read you. Oh, bitch, girl, that nigga ain't say shit. I roared at that punk and he was off of YouTube. And a week later.
Yes. So I've seen a lot of people come and go off of YouTube. And especially we had some that come and go on the beef sector. One thing that I like about the beef sector, because it is kind of like family. I think it was like if something happened with some of us, like I look at Nicole Tyler, even though this woman has said a lot of evil stuff about me, she was in a hospital. And Jay Wilson, supposed to be a preacher, he was dogging her, talking about, oh, you supposed to have it. I'm like, it's like for me in the B sector, it's like people don't have a heart look like.
Right. Well, you know that you were part of the setup, I believe, because they set Nicole Tyler up. Why would they bring all of us into the room, except for you and Nicole Tyler, right? So when she came into the room, everybody jumped on her, right? Particularly the bigger lady, particularly the big one. They all came after that girl, right? And they like all teamed up on her. I think they had a similar plan for you, but when you came after her, right? After they had finally settled down, we went on for about a half hour of trying to settle people down again. And then they introduced you into the room, right? Because you're supposed to be beefing with Jay Wilson that was constantly talking shit about you. I don't think we ever had any kind of problem. We had maybe one video kind of thing. But they thought that they want to get some more drama when you walked in. But when you walked in, you just sat down and started talking and calling D. Ramsey alcoholic. I mean, that's kind of the way it went, right? So there was no drama there. But I think they planned for it to be the similar kind of drama as when they brought Nicole Tyler in late.
And for me, I different. I watch a lot of wrestling. So I know story. I look at the B sector like wrestling. You got the baby face, you got the villains. So I knew when you sign up for a show, it's going to be some entertainment. I know if you want a show to be picked up, you got to deliver. So it's just some things that I just knew. I think a lot of people, unfortunately, if you ask them, they really didn't understand the business or they understand. I watch a lot of wrestling and all that good stuff. So I know if I'm talking a lot of crap about Jay Wilson or Uncle Tim, it's gonna be some problems if we meet in person. Emotions going to be high. But I will tell you this: people think they know what was taped and what was shown. You don't know, because it's a lot of things you don't know. Because a lot of people ain't talking. I will tell you this: it's only little sound bites that people are saying, but for what I have experienced, you don't know. It's a good experience. A lot of things
Right.
have not been shown. And if it's on television, I can guarantee you this: the ratings will be through the roof. Because I felt the energy, Uncle Tim. I felt the energy. I felt it. So when I tell you it's only sound bites that y'all know, but
Right.
the real, the public don't know. And that's
No. Shawn Bradley, you said he's in your chat. He has footage. He releases it strategically when he wants to his club chat.
whatever he have released. I'm telling you, Uncle Tim, he have not released everything.
No, he didn't release that.
I guarantee you, if he release,
Right.
it would be a whole nother type of conversation. He have not. He gave y'all little pieces, but I
Right.
guarantee he have not. I am a living witness. He have not released everything.
Right.
He
So
have
if
not.
it don't get picked up by network, do you think they should recut it for a web series?
If it don't be picked up by a network, Shawn Bradley, Todd, whomever, create your own goddamn network. Have people to pay $19.95 and pay that and do what Zeus did. I'm gonna
Right.
tell you what, because the industry have changed. It's not just network television. You got Zeus. You got so many other entities. If it don't get picked up by a network, create your own network. Have the girls pay for it, because I'm guarantee you, it's some entertainment. It's some
Right.
great entertainment. And the public, I will tell you, y'all don't know the full story.
Right. Right. Right.
Oh,
What do you think?
Orlando, just like what Shawn Bradley said, the Orlando stuff, y'all haven't seen the Orlando stuff. And I'm glad y'all haven't. And the reason why I don't want people to talk about it, because I want you to sit down and be like, oh my God, ah! Like, I want you to be surprised. I don't want y'all to know. It's just like, I wish nobody said nothing about Atlanta. I just like keep it hush hush, because it's for the public. You want them to see that shit and just rah. Like, I'm telling you, like, for the Orlando, I will tell you. If you and y'all see that, oh baby, I'm not gonna tell you. I don't want to tell you, because I don't want to give away the thrill. I want you to see that shit. I want you to sit down and watch that, and I guarantee it's gonna knock your socks off. And
So you think it's going to be picked up? You think it's going to chance?
I do believe it's going to be picked up. I prayed about it. I pray that it's going to be picked up.
Mm-hmm.
I have feeling the people that's behind it, I do believe it's going to be picked up. I want it to be picked up, because it will offer so much entertainment of what we need, because we need a good laugh. And baby, that's I'm not going to tell you, because people, they always say, wow, you should say no, because I want you to sit at home and enjoy it and be entertained.
Right. Well, let's hope for the best.
Yeah, I just want whatever. I knew on YouTube, and this is why I know it's going to be successful, because if it reached the television, we already have a base of people that have YouTube channels that review a show. And now they're going to review it more. And it's not just going to be B sector people. It's going to be people outside the B sector that talk about shows. That's how I know it's going to be successful. And I just thank God for the Shawn Bradley, for the people that thought about me to be on it, because you ain't got to worry about me saying nothing about it, because I was appreciative of the experience. I think the experience. And shout out to that club chat member that was talking about stocks and bonds. It's some good people in club chat. They might talk a lot of shit, but it's some good people with money. They're not broke. Oh, baby. That really can teach you the game of home ownership. When I heard this, I'm going to tell you this, Uncle Tim. When I heard this member said this, Shawn, why don't we invest in properties, own some businesses? Let's go. I'll pay for this and all that. I stopped criticizing a lot of people in club chat. And I started to notice a lot of people in club chat is professionals and got some coin. So I'm not going to criticize. You can talk about me all the time of day, but I'm going to pull you to the side like, sis, teach me about some stocks and bonds, and teach me about home ownership. Teach me about credit. So that stuff impressed me as a 30-year-old. So I'm just telling you, Uncle Tim, but I will tell you this. You're the type of person that done a lot, crime, drugs, and people use that against you. But I don't want to pull up on you, because you have done these things. You have done it, but you talked about it in a book, and people purchase your book. Let's talk about the money that you have made, not in detail, but the success of the money of your book sales since being on the beef sector. Because then your book sales increase.
Right. So when I started the beef sector, Meth Monster had only sold to local people here in San Francisco, people who went to my church, my family members, people who had some personal knowledge of me, right? That's the only people who had purchased it. That's the only people who knew about it, really. So I think the sales of that book then were maybe 500 copies, which is still decent for a self-published author.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
usually get 200 or 300 people, right? But when I got to YouTube, my sales went from 500 to 7,500 now.
Wow.
Over 3,000 just in the audiobook. So in that respect, it's been very, very profitable for me. I mean, it's successful. I don't really care about the money that much because, you know, you get it trickling in over time. You spend it as fast as you get it. It's just the amount of readership. My hope is that when you read one book, then you're inspired to read the others. So I've written 6 books now.
That's why I look at it even with this show, because it's already a consumer base. If I come out with my book, I know it's going to sell. Oh, bitch, she couldn't spell this. Oh, did you hear what he said about us? I already know, because we are already in a system of people that got channels and that's going to be nosy to read your book. I remember when Jay Wilson released the book, right?
Right.
And it had a lot of misspelled. It had a lot of misspelled words, right?
Right.
But they rushed to read it because he's a YouTuber. He have an audience.
Right.
So I knew your book was going to be successful. When I read Meth Monster, I said, oh my gosh, Uncle Tim, really? When I read James Carwell book, I said, oh my gosh, really? I did not know this. And I'm glad that y'all are getting the sales that y'all are getting. I'm glad, man. Just continue to write. You inspired me to write my book. Only thing for me, Uncle
We're
Tim,
waiting on you. What the hell's going on?
Because I was like, do I really want to share all of this of the family business? That's the thing. How would you? I don't know if I want to share all of this and just share it, you know, because it's with real people. I don't care, whatever. I share. But I'm thinking about my granny. I'm thinking about my aunts. I'm thinking about my people. I don't know. It may or may not blow up, but I know me as an entertainer on YouTube that it's an audience that's going to read it. Because anytime somebody pull up to your church, you never know how many sales that book going to get. And I don't know if my family is ready, and they're not ready because they have received phone calls, Uncle Tim. I mean, I went through a lot when it comes to like doxing. They will call my granny. One person called my granny talking about, you need to put Wiley in jail, what he did to you. It was a lot that I dealt with that I did not share publicly. So I understand about the whole doxing.
Fyebabe said you were a drag queen.
Yeah. She called the minister. She called. So I experienced all of that. And I'm like, it's rough. Someone showed up. I never shared this before, but someone did show up to my job. Someone that watched my show in the beef sector did it, and they would start leaking stuff of where I work. So I had to quit that job. But a lot of stuff I don't share on social media because it's power in what you share. So I understand, Uncle Tim, what you're saying about doxing. It is a problem. And doxing and stuff like, you just never know, man. I hope that it's not a real murder in the beef sector, but would I be shocked? No.
I never tell about my murders. That's one thing I won't. I'm not discussing any of the bodies or any of my murders. I got this disclaimer.
Okay.
So, okay, you'll never know about that.
I can't wait to read it, man. I've learned that you like white men and not black men.
Wally, I haven't had sex in damn near 15 years, man.
But you like
I don't know why. Okay, so that is the problem then, because these people, these monsters, I call them all monsters, they will go into your book, and you're right. They're going to go and see what they can find to use against you. And you hear about it over and over and over and over. Because now I got this creature who's fucking with me now. Girl, she's going back to when I was 6 years old. My stepfather slapped my mother in a car when I was 6 years old. And this is what she has brought forward. This is the primary part of the book now, right? I have been called a dumpster diver. I've plus been 3,000 times. I said, well, goddamn, this is supposed to be a book, a spiritual book about the love of God and the power of God to deliver. Ain't nobody said a goddamn thing about the power of God to deliver, even though I'm sitting here 20 years later and still clean. Oh, no, honey. So, yes, it is something to consider how much you put out. Because when I wrote the book, I never knew anything about no beef sector. I knew YouTube was young, but I had no idea that I would be on here talking, right? Or people, I would allow these lowlifes to have access to my life, right? But I wouldn't have wrote it any different. I wrote that book to save my goddamn life. I mean, I was coming out of a very horrendous kind of a background. And from my understanding, I needed to get my truth out. In 12 Steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, I'm not a part of that, or Narcotics Anonymous. Their fourth step is to write out all of your past sins or all of the things you have done in your life, right? Writing is a part of that program. And then you read it to one person. Well, I took it a step further. I wasn't a part of that program. And I actually wrote my memoir. But don't waste your time writing a memoir if you ain't going to tell the truth, because it's going to be boring.
Yeah, that's true.
Just tell the truth, honey. Don't worry about these people, because they're good people. Because as I said, the book sold 7,500 copies when it's only supposed to sell 300.
You said something that you won't talk about your murder. So have you murdered somebody?
No, Wally, I'm being silly, boy. Don't
because you know the headline.
I never said anything about. I never said anything about my murders. I'm not gonna talk about my murders.
I will tell you this. BS did something, and she talked about your dog, and she put a dead picture of an animal, and you were triggered. I never seen you triggered like that before. Take us back to that. How did that make you feel when you see that people would use that? And what make them, why would they even come up to even doing that? To talk about a dead animal?
Well, I mean, obviously I got very upset about it, but I mean, just to say, what is this, sex with animals now? That's what this thing called the stomp down. That's what she's trying to use, that same story, right? Why are you making up all these goddamn lies? You know good and damn well I ain't murdered no damn dog. I ain't broke his back legs and fucked the dog. She suggested, I guess I was fucking the dog as a corpse, because the mangy animal she found, who had apparently been starved to death in some foreign country, girl, she put that on her thumbnail. So when people do shit like that, yes, it does trigger me. That Fye monster, she put her 8-year-old child, and then put my name in the title. How, are you associating me now with pedophilia? And then, first of all, I'm a homosexual. What would be my interest in a little girl? That doesn't even make any damn sense. So when they do things like that, and then she called Miss Fye Monster, get on her telling she gonna send all of my neighbors letters. She was breaking a federal law there. I did call the FBI, but I just have a hard time pressing charges on black people for bullshit, right? But she sent letters to my neighbors, so she doxed basically my entire apartment building. See, I don't need to be fucking with people like that, because what they gonna do next time? How dare her go to your family church? I mean, a church, if no place else on earth, she claims to be this prophetess. Shouldn't one place on earth be sacred? There are no limits with these people, honey. None.
They did the grandmother thing. I'm telling you, they said a lot of hurtful stuff in this B sector, man. It made me tougher. That's why when I do celebrity gossip, it don't bother me about what you say, because I heard some filthy stuff in that B sector. If you need some training to get some thick skin, come into the B sector. I don't know how the B sector is now. I think it's the same formula. People try to say what offends you and triggers you. I remember they said I catfished Jay Wilson. I didn't.
Yeah. We're very grateful. We're very grateful.
My follower, or one of my followers, sent the information, and I already knew the man is gay because he kept saying stuff about Chicago and the drag queens, and he kept saying that I was in the ballroom scene, and the family said this man doxed an old website of me interviewing gay people in houses and stuff and house parties. So I knew that the man was gay. He was saying a lot of stuff in Chicago. A lot of terms he was using. I said, this man is gay. And so when a person put that out there, he came out and he said, oh man, the rumors are true.
Right. There's catfish, not doxing.
That was catfishing. Someone actually catfished. It was a good looking guy and all that. And then me, I was doing the catfishing stuff, and I shared that. And still to this day, y'all don't know the whole story. And I'm gonna write that in the book too, Uncle Tim.
Right.
And you have to come out and sharing that. The words twisted up my words, that I was drugging men. It was like a hot.
Oh yeah, the 12-point series. Yeah.
Yes.
I did a couple of videos about that.
You did.
Bullshit it was.
And for me, how I look at it, I wasn't angry. I just knew that people will watch you and that you think that's not watching you, that you have power, and they'll twist your words and they'll make up lies and all of this type of stuff. And I don't have power over that. I just knew that we are public figures. I call us celebrities, whether believe it or not, because we have people that watch us. I want to ask you this, Uncle Tim, about you and Shawn Bradley. Other than that, did you have this persona or this image of him before the show? Because I thought y'all were cool at one point.
I think Shawn Bradley and I were fine. I think I got an attitude when I went on there and those people attacked me like that. See, I don't know. It's not like I'm expecting any special treatment as an older person, but as you get older, right, there is a such thing as respect. I just can't understand these people who just call strangers bitches and hoes. And I mean, they were talking all up under my clothes. And I said, God damn, what did I do to these people? I asked a question, right? So for him to sit back there and accept that, then no, I was not supportive of him after that. I didn't like him after that. I thought it was wrong. But now I see that's what they do over there. So it wasn't just me they were attacking like that. They do damn near everybody goes over there like that. They like to team up on people and that kind of shit, right?
But for me, I think it's entertainment. I remember when I watched, because I've been a subscriber to Shawn for a long time. I remember when I watched Shawn Bradley content back in the day, he used to have callers. They used to say a whole lot of stuff. So I went over there and said, Jay Wilson wanted to send me a plane ticket, all that. I understand the spirit over there. So you did not know how they operate and how they do. It's entertainment. Is what
no idea.
You don't look at it as entertainment.
StreamYard to me, I can't do it. I can't do all this. I like the people. If you want to talk to people, I like to sit in my own house and say what I have to say. I don't like to be trying all this just screaming over people and all this teaming up on people and all this making up these lies. And I hate the idea of doxing. Although they say I doxed somebody yesterday, or I suggested somebody could be doxed yesterday. Girl, well, I'm just not. I just it's the level of disrespect. This person over here called my mama a whore last night. Girl, what my mama got to do with prostitution? I mean, my mama's a church woman, and then she's 80 years old. Oh, you're in that pimple slapping your mama. All this shit out of not a whole sentence, but a small part of the second chapter of that book that I wrote 15 years ago. So you got to be, if you're going to write, you got to be aware and accepting of that kind of shit.
Oh, I know, because I already know they're going to look at stuff and read stuff and put stuff out there and spin a narrative. Have you ever thought about, let's say, let me call Shawn. I remember one time Shawn and Nicole Tyler, they were beefing and they did a peace summit in his city. Have you ever thought about getting a camera crew, you meet up with him and y'all have a peace summit or you address him publicly?
No, I don't consider myself to be in beef with him. Okay. We occasionally will throw barbs at each other, particularly if something's happened. And I know he basically likes me. I know he was watching me. I basically like him. I know I watch his commentary. Even though we say we hate each other, we're still watching the same damn people. The beef sector is only like between 20 and 30 people, right? So you have to like the people enough to actually be entertained by them and watch them, so forth. But I don't trust the people, because just like you, Wally, you might be interviewing me today, and then the next day I'll be on your chopping block. I said, God damn. I thought it went well, honey. Right.
Well,
so that's the way it is.
We want to come on, so I think Shawn want to come up and you want to have a conversation. I want to say this though. That's the beef sector, though. That's the sector that you in, Uncle Tim. Is in beef. Y'all beef.
Well, if he's coming on, I gotta get some water. I gotta get a cup of water. Hold on 1 second. Oh my God, I gotta get me some water.
Okay. All right. We see a lot of people in the chat that having this conversation, and Uncle Tim hit the link, and we having this conversation. Of course, we're gonna break the live up, and we're gonna bring it and stream it to you guys. I do want to give a special shout out to all the producers that is here. Fix It Jesus, we love both Uncle Tim and Shawn Bradley. Thank you, Nicole Reloaded. But one thing I can say about the beef sector, I like the beef sector because there's so many great people. All right, so we have Shawn Bradley. He is a YouTube commentator, and we have Uncle Tim, author and YouTube commentator here.
Oh, hey, Wiley. Thanks for having me, man. Sorry about that. I had to cut the other thing off so it wouldn't be double talking or whatever. So what's going on, Mr. Tim?
How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, sir. Okay, so what's up, Wiley? What's up? So, Tim, this is very good that I get a chance to actually talk to you because you and I have never had a conversation outside of you and I talking in Atlanta. That was the last time that we spoke. Then one day you came on my channel, and I want to say it was Bama Girl, Miss Ray Allen, and I want to say Maturish was on there, and you were cussing at Bama Girl. You called her out her name, and she was like, "Don't call me out my name." Then you said something to Miss Ray Allen. Miss Ray Allen said, "Hold up, don't talk to me like that." And the same with Miss Maturish. So I've never disrespected you at all.
Right.
So I was like, why is he talking about me so bad when I've never disrespected him at all? And if we're all adults and grown, when you bring energy to someone and they match your energy, how is that a problem?
Well, I don't really do the StreamYard. That's something alien to me. And what going on your StreamYard was one of the first times I even did it. I think we interviewed one time, and the second time I came on there, right? And I was not used to that kind of energy where they came at me, because as I recall, the issue was Regina had given Fyebabe $300 or something like that. Her event never happened, and all I was saying, I think she should give her money back, right? That was my thing.
And that's your right. Everybody decides their opinion. I mean, we all do watch certain people, and we all do speak on people. But I think the problem that I have with a lot of people is y'all speak on, like, you can speak on people, but it's like you get upset when people turn around and speak on you.
They speak on me every day.
Welcome to my world.
Right.
And my thing is, like, who's lying on you? Because, like, I never lied on you.
Right. I don't remember what the word exchange was, but soon after that, we kind of fell out.
Well, no, you fell out with me, and I'm sitting there looking like, what's wrong with this man? And eventually,
y'all start talking about that Peckerwood. Y'all start talking about that goddamn Jason.
Who talk about? I don't entertain Jason. I have never.
That was the time when Jason claimed that he was going to be flown to Orlando, and Timothy Blaine was going to be fired, and he was going to take my place.
Who told you that? Who told you that?
Jason, I heard it out of his mouth.
But you heard that out. That man gaslights all y'all. I have never had a conversation with that man. Every time that man tried to jump on my StreamYard, I would kick him out. I've never talked to him. Right. I don't even feature, like, the people that y'all feature and deal with. I'm looking at, I'm like, I'm better than that. I'm not gonna deal with certain people.
And then the very next thing out of his mouth was that at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna dox Timothy Blaine. I'm gonna call Social Security. Now, people don't understand. That's why they don't understand why that would make me so angry. Anybody talking about,
well, I mean, how
would you feel about somebody is calling your job? You come into you walk through the office, and there's some YouTuber on the phone talking to your goddamn
now, Tim,
manager. I'm just saying.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing, but I'm agreeing with you because, again, if they knew where I worked, they would be calling my job. You see, right now, you said to Jay Dunn just a couple weeks ago, a black woman should not call the police on a black man, but yet Rita's over there and put false charges on me. I've never met that woman at all. I've never met her. Never met. Last time I had a communication with her was August 19th. I sent her a picture of the house we were gonna be staying in Orlando because we bought her and her husband plane tickets to Orlando. That's been a whole year. She says I've been stalking her from September 2020 to September 2021. I've never seen her ever. But she done put false charges on me for some stalking, right? And you ain't saying nothing about it. You over there saying she got to protect her family and stuff. So the hypocrisy does kind of jump out.
But Shawn, I mean, we're commentators. We comment. I mean, we're commentators. I haven't dug deep into that story. I have not said I'm going to come to wherever town it is, Baltimore, anything like that. But I'm obviously, if there's a story that's going on in the beef sector, it's only so big. It's only a few people, right? So whatever goes on, we're going to make commentary on it. You do the same thing. I mean, I've heard you make commentary. Not all the time. It's not even a bad commentary.
I will make commentary, but I'm not going to take a stand and say what a woman should and shouldn't do.
No.
But a stand that a black woman shouldn't call the police on a black man ever.
No. I didn't say that. I never said that. No. I'm from an abusive home, honey. I praised God when my mother would call the police on that nigga that was hitting her. So there are certainly applications for people to call the police. You're not gangsters, so you're civilians. You are allowed to call the police. But for calls the police on somebody because you saw them put on the brakes on the freeway, I think that is wrong. I will stand by that to my dying breath.
Well, you know what? I would say this. I think you should have articulated it that way because if you go back and listen to what you said no black woman should ever call the police on a black man.
Oh no,
that's how you left it.
Oh no. I don't believe that at all, honey. If somebody kicked my goddamn door and steal my dog, you think I ain't gonna call police? I'm just saying, honey, they have a job. Calling the police for bullshit. I used the example earlier of the George Floyd story. That the police were never supposed to be called there. When you take a $20 bill into a store and they think it's a fake store, they hold it up to the light. Or some of them have a little machine, they hold it up and they check it, and they will not accept the bill. He thinks the police should never have been called, and it ended up costing that man his life over a fucking $20 bill. You see what I'm saying? Just don't call the police for bullshit, right?
So with all the issue that you had with certain ladies like the Bama girl and stuff like that on that screen at that time, what did I do to you? Because the way that we get down over in my club chat,
you didn't stop.
We don't speak up for each other. We do not.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
We grown.
Like
if you are grown enough to hit the link and say what you gotta say, you grown up. I'm gonna sit back and look. Okay, because I don't protect nobody. Because again, I don't want my people protecting me. Don't fight for me. Let me fight for myself. And so that's how we all get down.
Right. Well, I wasn't aware of it.
I'm
just telling you the truth. Later on, I realized that, okay, this is what they do in these scream yards, right? They yell and scream and they have thunderdomes and all this kind of stuff. I was never down with that. I never signed on for that. I thought I was having a peaceful conversation.
That's a whole different concept. My whole, if you pay attention to what they do with the Thunderdome, if you were around back when Wiley mentioned the phone calls and stuff that I was doing, Wiley, didn't I used to get criticized all the time by Shawn Bradley? Got all these women over here fussing and fighting, and now you got the people that were criticizing me doing the very same thing times 10.
Right.
I remember that because I remember when Fyebabe cried because she went on your channel and got dragged, and she started to cry on her channel. You had that formula before the QB. You had it on lock, and that was on the free conference call, because I remember when I said Jay Wilson wanted to fly me to the city.
No, you didn't say fly, nigga. You didn't say fly. While to tell the truth, you said he bought you a Greyhound ticket. I said a Greyhound. I said a Greyhound. I said, oh my God, a Greyhound ticket. Oh
right.
So I was trying to clean it up, Wild. Like that, stop.
But Uncle Tim said club chat, and I'm trying to understand who in club chat got we're talking about. He said he felt that club chat was dragging him, and he didn't like that. Who? You remember you said to Uncle Tim about club chat?
This is when club chat and Babe Nation were just becoming friendly, right? So the argument wasn't even with club chat. The argument was about what was going on with Babe Nation. But now they somehow at that time the Fye Monster was doing everything she could to bond with club chat, right? So I felt like it was some bullying going on there, and I did feel like that woman deserved to get her refund, right? And that's all I said. And I was every kind of bitch and motherfucking hole.
But that wasn't me. That was Bama girl at the time that you were talking.
I didn't even remember who it was.
That had nothing to do with me. I was just looking like, oh my God. Like, oh my, so, and if I remember the conversation correctly, you called her out her name first. You called her a bitch first, if I remember correctly.
She raised her voice and I called her a bitch. Yeah. I'm not used to it. I'm just if you notice, you very rarely see me on anybody's StreamYard. I mean, I can do this. I can do one or two people. But all of them people, when all that math and you're screaming and hollering and you can't get your points across. And then I was just watching that damn Jay Wilson over there with, who was he talking to? Brianna Simone. I said, God damn, when you let that girl say something, every time he has to dominate the whole goddamn conversation. And so then you start cussing and fussing because God, I just want to say something. So it's not a good fit for me. The StreamYard.
Okay, I got you. And see, I realized what I said a couple weeks ago. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna come back at Mr. Tim. I'm not gonna come back at him again. I said, you know what? This to me, in my process, I said, you're an older gentleman. You said you in San Francisco, it's a pandemic. You ain't got nothing to do but watch YouTube all damn day long. I said, so if he got to look at my videos and say, you know what, fuck Shawn Bradley at the end of the damn day, and hey, it is what it is. I don't mind it. You know, because again, I know how to put things in the boxes and move them on. Because I'm like, I've never done nothing to this man at all. Like, huh? This is like I'm nothing but nice. Because even I can't find. Remember, you sent me that letter. I can't find your address because I really was sincere about I was gonna send you a box of sex toys. Like, I was gonna send you a whole bunch of shit. I was gonna send I'm gonna send this man a care package. He over there in San Francisco near the Castro, and he ain't had sex in 15 goddamn years. Let me let this man get it off. So if I could trust me, if I find your address, I'm still sitting in the shit. So don't be surprised.
I could pull out some equipment, honey. They were shot. Don't worry about that. We covered here. So you have done some shady shit yourself, Shawn Bradley. But
what did I done that shady in your opinion?
You've done some shady shit. You like have what? With them, especially when you get with that D. Ramsey and that other one.
What have I done that shady? Tell me,
honey. Y'all talk so much shit about me, about my. Why are y'all so obsessed with Social Security? I don't understand.
I didn't say nothing about your Social Security.
I mean, listen, on your 62th birthday, girl, they're gonna send you a letter, honey. You have an option. You can retire right now, and you will get your Social Security. If you want to hold, I'm still in good shape. I want to work a little more at 65. You have another option. You can take it at 65. And I think the other number is 67. Every as long as you wait, that's how much money you get, right?
Tim,
I can't understand why people
look, Tim, how you pay your bills has never been my concern. How you pay your bills ain't never been my concern.
Y'all talked about when y'all had that foreign land and y'all were in that hot tub, and you were in that hot tub with
you was talking shit about me, so of course I'm gonna talk shit about you. I mean, what make you exempt? You explained that I never did nothing to you, but you over here talking shit about me because of something somebody else did to you. But you want to talk all kind of shit about me, so I can't talk nothing about you.
You were in that hot tub with D. Ramsey.
Okay, it's a hot tub.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry, honey.
That's okay, but it's okay. You talk shit.
I guess they hate me. Everybody who has an issue with you, they automatically hate me. So yes, they do. They
looking at you like, why is he Tim coming at you? Like they looking at you like, what's going on here? Because no one hates you. Like, and for me, I don't hate you. I don't hate anyone.
Right, but we can't be all friendly. You guys, I asked both of you this question: will there be a beef sector if we're all friendly?
Well, you know what, Tim? To your point. Remember, we met up in Atlanta. You got a whole lot of backlash, and they start saying Shawn Bradley has ruined the beef sector. He's ruined the beef sector. He brought everybody together, and he ruined the beef sector. So you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't.
No, you hadn't done anything up to that point. I mean,
that was the general consensus.
Right. Well, we got to hate somebody. All the
so I guess it's just me, huh? It's just me.
No, girl. You're made. You ought to see what that stump thing was talking about. Things she was saying about me, talking about my mom.
I heard so much. I said,
so disrespect. No limits at all. Just gutter garbage.
Tim, why do they expect people to have limits when you talking shit too? Though
I'm never talking about people's mother. You ain't never heard me dox.
But you can't hit nobody. Tell them how hard to hit you back.
I don't mind them hitting me back, Shawn. I don't mind. I just don't want them doxing me and going into my personal life. They don't seem to understand that. I'm gonna call Social Security. What is Social Security exactly gonna do to you? Hello, this is Social Security. Oh, his name Timothy Blaine. Oh, what he do? He got a super chat. Oh, girl, they don't give a goddamn about what goes on YouTube. They can't do nothing about it. There's nothing they can do about it, child. I don't take it personally, but I'm saying as a general person, if you file bankruptcy, girl, they cannot touch your Social Security. They can't do a goddamn thing about it. So why
are you saying that you filed bankruptcy, Tim? Are you saying that you filed bankruptcy?
Baby, I ain't got no credit cards. I got no credit card debt. I'm just living my life in San Francisco.
You know, Jay, what's gonna get you?
I'm just saying. It's the invasion of privacy. That's what I can try to get people to understand. The invasion of privacy is that.
You know, Jay, what's gonna get you?
The murder in the. Pay attention to the word. I got to highlight it in red. Murder, because someone has said no. I will not accept this.
But you know what, though? You said because somebody said no, I will not accept it.
And you called my book a murder manifesto.
Who said that?
You did.
When I call you, I ain't never said nothing about your book. Now why you lying on me? I ain't even reviewed your book.
You said go ahead and write your murder manifesto.
I ain't even reviewed your book.
No,
somebody called somebody. They call me and say, Shawn. They say, Shawn, he done killed you in the book. I said, okay. I said, I went about my business. Do you get how you live? I don't care.
You did say murder manifesto. I remember certain things.
Okay, well, you know what? That was before the
book
came
mind
out.
Because maybe that's what it is.
And since the book came out, have I said anything about it? I ain't said nothing good. I ain't said nothing bad. I been minding my business.
Yeah, but some of those people ain't in your crew.
They ain't got nothing to do with me. What they got to do with me? Okay. We are individual people.
Right. So people who have attached themselves to you.
Who is in my crew that says something about your book?
That's the Fye Monster. She has attached
herself to you. No. Don't do it, Tim. You know that last month when I was on the beach in Florida, I said that her and I are not friends. We have never been friends. We are just cordial.
Yeah,
when we met in Atlanta, hold on. When we met in Atlanta, We met in Atlanta. You was there. We all were there. I haven't had no contact with you prior since then. I hadn't had no contact with her either. We don't deal with each other. We don't travel in the same circle. So why would you say we're friends? You saw in October, I went on vacation with my friends. Right. She wasn't a part of that.
Right.
So why would you say that?
He has tried to attach herself to you ever since he went on the show.
But then you're putting it on me.
He says she's a star of the show. She has attached herself to the
I think she is one of the stars of the show.
But the things that she does, Shawn, I mean, for me to sit up here working day and night on a project, on a book, for her and that QB thing, go over here and dog my book out, pretend they're reading it, girl. How in the fuck can you read a book? Girl, they say right here, girl, it takes 6.5 hours to read the goddamn book. She reads it in 35 minutes, girl. She skips it through.
They stop reading the book because they it was called the file. They say it there.
Pages, and then she say, "Oh, I can't follow the story. Who are these characters? Oh, it's too many characters." And they just skip another 50 pages. Why did he do that? I can't understand why he did that.
But what does? Well, okay, but the point is, the point is, what does that have to do with you and I? What does it got to do with you and I? She has her own nation, her own support system, her own people doing her own thing. What does that have to do with you and I? You talking about all these outside people that got nothing to do with you and I? Because you and I had a good rapport. I thought we had a good rapport before we started filming. You and I were talking, having a good old time down the house in Atlanta, all that stuff. And I'm looking like, why this man coming at me?
Yeah, I just feel like you should have protected me. Now I'll admit that I will admit that since that time I have seen you do the same thing to other people, right? I've seen that. Now you made an announcement that, oh, look how Timothy Blaine really feels about black women. And here I am, poor old Timothy Blaine, old 64-year-old bitch.
You talking shit about me.
Stop it, what's wrong? And then I was hollering and screaming, and the goddamn microphone was off. And I just said, what happened? What's going on? And then you filmed that, and then you showed them that. This is how Timothy Blaine feels about black women.
Yeah, because you talking shit about me.
There are 9 of them hollering and screaming and calling me all kinds of bitches, right? But I can't say bitch.
Wiley, you remember that? Tim say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bitch. I said, oh my
God. I don't remember that.
Oh my God.
Well, girl, I'm just saying
L'Oreal James, me and Alexander Rogers never fell out, baby. We never fell out, so stop lying. How people lie, so they just lie on people. But no, but Tim, I do want to address something. You said that Wiley and Nicole Tyler was a setup to have some type of reaction, but you know as well as I know that everyone was staggered in when it came to Atlanta. You and I were there first, then Leo and Sugar came in second, then Jay Wilson and D came in. Right, everybody was staggered. They came in at 7 points a time. Then Fyebabe came in, right? And then and Fyebabe and Jay Wilson was talking, and you just pushed Fyebabe onto the side and say, "No, I got this," and you started doing your thing with Jay Wilson. Nobody started that, but you. And that was you,
right?
That was you. Then, as the shit was getting really, really good, you got Key, Daughter, and Heidi. They walked through the door,
right? So
it was everybody was staggered at certain times.
But all that happened in like a half hour's time, though. They came together all pretty quick. And then when Nicole Tyler walked in the room, you would have think that Satan himself had walked in there. Because you got to remember though, Tim, everybody's back was turned to her. No one knew she was coming in, and her back. Everybody's back was turned. And so when they were like, "What the fuck?" That's all that happened. It was a whole "what the fuck" moment. Wiley, you were there. It was a whole "what the fuck" moment. Like nobody expected her to be there. So you didn't see your friend D. Ramsey fly across the room at that moment?
Did D fly across the room? Where did D fly?
And as she was flying, she grabbed a pillow off the couch.
No. Wait a minute. Is it a pillow? Is it a beer bottle?
It would have been if it was a lead.
Jay Wilson said it was a beer bottle, so it was a pillow.
It could be anything, Shawn. She grabbed anything she could after that moment. I don't know what the situation was with her and Nicole Tyler.
Okay, I'll give you this. I'll say this.
He came in her like a rumble.
Tim, you said this right here. Let me give D Ramsey some bail, and so you can understand where D was coming from and maybe how you would have felt. You just sat here and said that you don't like people doxing, getting in your personal life. Well, do you know that time they had just doxed D Ramsey? They was calling her general manager. They was calling her job and everything. And Nicole Tyler was part of the people helping perpetuate that bullshit. So they are trying to ruin this lady's livelihood. They're calling calling her husband a sexual predator, which he is not. It's some other man that live in Atlanta with the same name. They was doing all this stuff that did the time, and Nicole was a big part of that. So of course, when you see a bitch that's trying to attack your real life, wouldn't you feel some type of way? And you just said you would.
And then Heidi sat down on the couch.
See what I'm talking about?
And Heidi took off her boots. She had on high stiletto.
Uncle
She
Tim.
take those boots and she put them on the side, honey. And then Heidi was after her. The Dee Ramsey was after her. All the club chat who was still in the room were after her.
Uncle Tim, but what do you expect though? That if you talk stuff on YouTube and you know it's a possibility of you running it, that's going to be the energy. It's not going to be.
Yeah, but where was she at though all this time? Though, that's what I'm trying to say.
But when I'm telling you, Uncle Tim, it's not going to be a kumbaya moment.
I didn't say it was. Listen, I'm not hating on the drama. I said I gave the kudos to whoever produced it. I said it was strategically done.
But now that you got the backstory of what was going on in Dee Ramsey's head when she saw Nicole Tyler, you tried to come across the island to fuck Jay Wilson up, and he ain't did half the stuff that Nicole then was doing.
No, Jay Wilson has been in my ass, girl, for. I made 70 videos on him, right?
But again, is he calling Social Security on you?
If he feels like that is something that is sensitive to me, then why is he constantly throwing it up in my face all the goddamn time? I'm not wild about the idea that I am now out of life and I'm living on Social Security, but they make it sound like that's a horrible goddamn thing, bitch. And when I almost died from AIDS, I mean, I can remember when I was sitting on the goddamn bed, almost dead from AIDS before they even had the medication thing. And I'm thinking, this fool was talking about I was on SSI. Oh, you was on SSI? You was on SSI? Girl, who gives a fuck what I was on? What difference does it make, girl? Then they go about how much my furniture costs. Why are you in my goddamn house talking about my mother's furniture, girl?
But Uncle Tim,
always talking about, oh, you missed things in life. You missed what I missed, girl. Sit up here being a goddamn Uber driver at 50 years old.
But you have to blame yourself, Uncle Tim. We would have never known you was on Social Security if you didn't share it.
Yeah, it's not a secret, Wally. I'm 63.
It.
But Tim,
how is that how is it a secret? Do y'all go over there and bother what's the lady's name? Bless Watkins. You go over there, ask Bless Watkins, ask her husband, what you own, what you do, where you get your money from. Isn't that your business?
But Uncle Tim, this the B sector. But you talked about Uncle Jay Wilson house. You talked about his house too.
What did they say about his house? He got a big house.
You said a lot of stuff about his.
I talked about that junk that he has in his house because he wants to talk about my goddamn art. One statue is worth everything he has in that goddamn house. So since he has so much ideas about interior design, I point out to the fact that shit looked like it was done by Stanford & Son.
Not junk. Wait, man. But the thing about it is that right here, Tim. No, look, you gotta be able to give as good, take as good as you can give. You give it really good. You gotta be able to take it good now, and that's my whole thing. They come like again. I tell people about my life. I've told people about I've been on YouTube for 10 years. I told y'all all kinds of things about my life. And people that don't know me come back in and be like, well, Shawn did this, and everybody going, well, he told us about that years ago. So of course, they use things that I say too against me. So
but
we all get it.
We all get it.
Why do we all have to know that you had the bankruptcies?
That's because I told that story because I want to help people.
But did you know when you said it though? Did you go hear that thousands of times then regurgitated over and over and over and over?
Not in that manner, but see the way I'm built is I know that if I have an opinion, I understand that other people have an opinion about my opinion. So I don't care. Just don't lie on me. And also bankruptcy for Black people, it's a tool that we need to utilize because the white folks been using it forever in a damn day. So I don't mind telling people about my missteps and my mistakes because if I can help somebody not go down that road, that's all that matters. So I help a lot of people by telling people I filed bankruptcy, and they're like, Shawn, you know what? I wouldn't got that $30,000 monkey off my back too. So it doesn't matter. So I'm fine with it.
Well, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, you don't take offense when people call you a child molester.
Of course, I take offense. That's why I try to take the bitch to court.
Yeah. Right. So all the things they've said to you that you know are not true, but they say it, and then it becomes truth in beef sector because they repeat it, regurgitate it over and over and over again.
But that's just the nature of the beast when it comes to that. You know, also what happened to Susie after she labeled me a child molester or whatever, God fixed her in a way that I could never fix her. I only wanted $5,000 from the girl. He fixed her in a way that I could never imagine. You know, so she lost way more money, way more. She lost thousands of dollars behind her bullshit. So No. And again, I'm a gay man. You said you're a gay man earlier. You mentioned about gay man earlier with Fyebabe and her daughter, and you being a gay man. Blah blah blah.
Right.
As a gay man and as a foster parent raising these kids that don't nobody want. Why would you put that on a black gay man? And then you have other gay men in this so-called sector supporting this lady, accusing a man that she doesn't know, she never met, never spoke to any of my children, or anything like that. And I'm just sitting there like, this is interesting.
Right.
This is all interesting. But again, hey, I'm built for it.
Right.
I'm still here.
It made me strong in the B sector.
Yeah.
Why'd you leave then, Wally?
I left because I wanted to grow. Once I went to Atlanta, I saw the mansions. I just wanted something different. I all these people with money. I just wanted something different. That's why.
Okay. But you know what, though, Wiley? I will say this. Everybody has to do what they have to do that's best for them. And for me, money is never the motivator when it comes to me being on YouTube. I don't even make money on YouTube. I make all my money on Patreon. So if YouTube said today, Shawn Bradley, we're taking all your channels, I have a whole Zoom and a Patreon and blah 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 that I'm completely on. So YouTube can't do nothing for me at all. I don't get paid on no damn YouTube at all. I did it on purpose because my career outside of my life outside of YouTube pays for my livelihood. That's what pays for me. It's not the things on YouTube. I came on YouTube to talk to people, have a good time, laugh, joke, tell about my struggles. Maybe I can help somebody, maybe somebody can help me or whatever. And that's that. But this money thing has made YouTube very, very dark since 2017. This whole money has been very, very dark. And I'm like, I don't care about the money. I never cared about the money.
Right.
It took me a long time to make money on YouTube. And there's a difference between us that were here a long time ago before the money really came like that. Absolutely. It took a long time to get to the money. So I was never here for the money. It took me years to start making money. And these people come in making money in 1 month. Bam, 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 bam. It's like, it is so nasty and dark. That's why I be like, you know what, y'all stay over there. I'm gonna do me. That's why I say he think he better than us. He think he better than no, y'all go right on over there. Y'all go right on over there.
Right.
Because it was back on YouTube too. Going live helped a lot of YouTubers because I couldn't be successful if it wasn't because of live. Because back in the day, you had to do pre-recorded videos. It wasn't
right.
Live.
And they were only like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So
now it's an hour. You got to talk an hour. And you've been on here for what, 4 hours?
Yeah, I've been on here for 4 hours and it's been great. I do miss the B sector because there's an audience there. Whatever I know, if I put Fyebabe name in the title, it's a whole beat. Clicks if you I already know. I know people buttons. That's what I like coming on camera. I hated the B sector too because people start doing dark lives, and I can't talk about you if I can't see your face. I want to.
Yeah, it's like, why even pay attention to people that don't show their face? If you don't show your face, you're a podcaster. Go away.
Right. And then they're looking into your life. They know all the details of your life, everything about where you live, everything about your life, everything, all of the bullshit here, and you don't have no idea who you're arguing with even. Like
but they only know the details because you have told them certain details. So there's no power there. You have no power when I told you I filed bankruptcy. There's no power there. Yeah, I filed. When Treecey goes, he filed bankruptcy twice. I'm like, where? Where did I file bankruptcy? Where that happened? Where twice? Where happened? I filed bankruptcy. I told him, come get this fucking car. And then the Lord blessed me with a bigger house, a better car, a better paying job after I told y'all I filed bankruptcy. So it's like, so how did that hurt me? That was one of the best financial decisions I ever made. So I will never tell nobody not to do it. Baby, go in there and tell it. Free yourself. Free yourself.
But you don't take any offense to people look into your personal life. It doesn't bother you at all.
I
think it bothers
it says more about them than me.
Absolutely.
It says more about them than me. Because again, my personal life is my personal life. My choices are my choices. But because you looking into it, I'm not curious about you. Like how they steal my Zooms. They steal my Zooms, go on YouTube, play all my Zooms, and like they're boring, but you keep stealing them and you keep playing them. How bored are you really?
Right.
You got to know your power. Know your power. You watching me and discussing me. How am I gonna get mad about that?
Right.
You promoting me.
So Shawn, can I ask you a couple questions?
Go right ahead.
Okay, the primary question that everyone on the beef sector wants to ask you is the show a go?
Okay, is the show? No, that's the primary question that you want to know.
Right. No, I think a whole lot of people want to know.
Right. Well, that's none of their business. I'll say it like this. We still doing things. We still filming. We still will be filming. As Wiley know, we had a meeting in Las Vegas and everything. So we still rolling and doing what we got to do. Did it cost you any money to do the show?
Yeah, I sent Ty $20,000.
Did it cost you any money to do the show?
I sent her $20,000.
So now we're being facetious. Okay.
I know I gave her my Social Security.
You
That's
just
what I
lied. You did not get your Social Security number. See how you do.
You're here tonight, honey. Tim Blaine gave 20,000, girl.
Right.
You're here tonight.
No, but no, for real though. Yeah, we still doing this. Ty is working very, very hard. She is working very, very hard on our behalf.
On this show. Okay.
Yes, she
so
is working. As far as you know, hard.
The show is still go. You still got to sell it though.
I have no idea about that. All I know is Ty's working very, very hard.
It takes time. Well, I look at it too. It takes time. What was that show that just came out with those female R&B singers? I forgot the man.
Blueprint.
Yeah, Blueprint. It took him years.
Oh, Encore. It's called Encore. Encore, yeah.
Yeah, Blueprint. That's the name of the song. Carlos King. It took him years to get it off the ground. So people just want to rush stuff. It takes time. But YouTube, they go, oh, it's a failure. It's already failed. How can you speak for that? Are you a production? Are you a network manager?
And are you spending your money?
Right.
Are you spending your money? Because
I'm not $20,000
getting money. I'm not spending any money. So the thing is this right here. No one would have never known a thing because no one knew. Because again, I met Ty in April of 2019. I met her personally, and she said, "Shawn, go think of some things. I'm gonna be working in the background for you, doing whatever I can do, whatever. When you figure out what you want to do, let me know. I'm gonna be on the go." I said, "Okay, cool." Next thing I know, she hit me up was like, "Look, what house you want to stay in? Who you want to bring in? Blah 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 blah." And that's what we've been doing. I'm like, so she been making it happen. That lady has never lied to me. Right. At all. And again, when y'all got the plane tickets, y'all stayed at either the hotel or the Airbnb or whatever. So y'all got fed and stuff. So I'm like, what are you losing? What have you lost?
It was a great experience for me. I don't know what the thing about it is. I could just tell people one about business. Back to NDA, they was just doing too much. They didn't understand business, and that's what I said. They ain't going nowhere.
It's just content, people.
But no,
it's content.
It wasn't content. It was business. A lot of y'all ran and y'all try to make it into content. Y'all mind just
tell them, Wiley.
Y'all mind wasn't right. It was a lot of y'all, oh, I'm not going to do it. Just like Jay Wilson, he left, but then you want to text people and tell them not to come. Like, girl, how do you not know this? And you 40, 50-some years old. How do you not know this? I don't understand that a younger man that's bipolar, that's not going crazy with this stuff. Right. I was shocked to see Uncle Tim. I was really shocked. I'm like, he's an author. He was on meth. He's not on meth anymore. So he know about business. And you came out and you did. I was hurt. I was really hurt.
When I came out and did what?
When you came out and trashed the show, so it ain't gonna go nowhere. It's a failure. Oh, when is it gonna come out? Look all the money that Shawn Bradley's asking people for to invest in all this. I'm like,
I had the club chat to investors, girl.
Anyway, so somebody says they complain about it being free work. How is it free work when you got a free plane ticket, a free hotel, all your meals are paid for? Some people got wardrobes, people got makeup. So what were they like again? And then on top of that, nobody was working like Hebrew slaves. Nobody was working like they had so much damn downtime to do whatever.
Have fun. It was really fun.
A free trip.
It was free. I never been to Vegas. When I saw that, who would give you to let you go to Vegas for free?
And Wiley, did we do any filming in Vegas?
No, it was no filming. Baby, we were drinking. It was a good time. I had a good time. It was a good experience for me. The complaints, the grievances that Nicole, J. Dunn, and I was shocked at her because I thought she was a lesbian producer. I thought that she was into television. I was shocked when I saw her come out and talk about she was going to sue production because she felt like she was sexual harassed. This stuff, I was shocked at a lot of people. I really was. But for me, I just said, I'm going to keep quiet and keep building. It was a great experience for me.
Well, you do well, Wally, mainly because you're young. So if I were young, I would be trying to get celebrities. I would try to get interviews. Trying to find out what my talents are. But you have plenty of time to do that.
I understand that, but you're seasoned, and you should thank God. Like, I'm 60 years old, and I'm blessed with this. Not a lot of 60-year-old people on Social Security get flown out to different places to do all this. It was a good thing. I don't think you should have. I don't think Jay Wilson should have. I don't think that Jay Don.
There's COVID though, Wally.
No. And you know what, Tim, though? I understood when you said, like, we was disappointed. I was like, damn it. Because I understood you. Me and Ty was like, we understand that he's an older man. He got some underlying health conditions. And we get it. No problem. You leave in California to come to Florida. We understood this. So it was never that issue. It was like, why is he turning dark? Ain't nobody said nothing about no damn Tim.
And you had that privately, Shawn, that you understood why Uncle Tim did what he did. You said that privately. So I
Right.
agree with you on that. Yeah, yeah.
Right. No, that was nobody's fault.
But
That
no,
was
I
nobody's
never
fault.
wanted nobody now to I wanted I fought for Jay Wilson to come to Orlando. I definitely wanted Nicole to come to Orlando. I thought, and Nicole just said she had some personal decisions going on in her life that she had to change when it comes to George Floyd and black people, and so her mindset was very different at that time, so she didn't want to do it. And I really thought I wanted Jay Wilson to come to Orlando. I really did, because I wanted to confront the bitch, about some shit my damn self. So I was really like, come to Orlando, nigga.
Right.
But he did it.
So you have an event coming up? A taping?
Who?
Show.
Well, I can't talk to you about it. You're not on it no more, so I can't
Right, so he could go and trash it.
I mean, right, why would I talk to you about like I would like
you slap me, girl.
You see that?
You ain't worthy, bitch. Oh, well, whatever, girl. I wish you the best with that.
So but the thing is, I would have never told anybody about what we were doing. It was only that Deanna had told people, and they was on YouTube talking about it and putting out, paperwork and stuff like this. Like, I don't operate like that. I would have never told y'all, like Wiley say, you won't know nothing about it until you see the commercials. Until you see commercials, that's when I'll say, okay, y'all, this is what we done did. I don't operate like I'm finna do X, Y, and Z until y'all will see it. Like when I did my music video, people that y'all didn't know was out, so I did it. Like by people that I was working with knew I was doing it. But no, I like to hit you. Bam. I don't want to warn you. I can't stand. I hate stuff like that.
Right.
So no.
Well,
so I guess we trashing the show. And Ty really likes you. Ty really adores you and everything. I'm like, why he doing this lady like this?
No, I kept trying to say no. Don't say Ty's name. Don't mention her. It slowly slips in though. It slowly slips in.
And people really thought I was the one that was gonna come and trash it. Come out publicly and this. I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word.
And you are and Ty's like so proud of you. She's like, all people, Shawn, I am the most proud and shocked by Wiley. She's like, he ain't said shit. It's like Wiley ain't said a motherfucker thing. I said, I know, right? Because I told you that people were scared to go to work with you back in the day because I said Wiley ain't said a damn thing. Wiley be acting like I don't know what y'all talking about. I did what, where, what's going on?
Right. Yeah, everybody likes Wiley, so you have charisma, as they say.
But Tim, you did miss a good time with Orlando. You really did miss a good time. But
Fyebabe had her pussy all over his back, and girl, I was in my house just
crazy. What that got to do with you?
She had it rubbing all over him. I said, "Oh, girl." She had a D Ramsey, she was drawing all over her ass. I said, "Girl, wait a minute. Didn't she come into your bedroom?
Yeah,
I think I remember.
But that was all fun, though. That was all fun.
And everything. I said, "Oh my God."
But that was all fun and games, like again, because you got to remember, Wiley ain't had the best relationships with a lot of these people that was in Orlando, and that was when it was all just a good old, we gonna go fuck with Wiley. It was a good old time. It was just fun. It wasn't
right.
But
I'm glad nobody got COVID.
She probably would have came in your room, Tim, and messed
up. Wow!
But I think you would have had a good time.
Right there. I would have been right there on the bed with a cross. Bitch, get your ass back, bitch.
You smell good, everything. I think for me, I was able to see good partners, people that I go to the club with that person. Shout out to Key. It's just good relationship, man. It was good. It was good. Right. We was able to lay our guards down and just have fun. But when we had to deliver, we deliver. I will tell you that, baby.
I mean, it is things that happen that I didn't even know about. Like Wiley, one thing that you and I know about, my back was turned and something was going on. I was like, when I came back in from talking to you, I was like, all that happened. It was like, I said, but my back was turned. And it was a whole fucking World War III going on behind my back, my black ass.
Was that Rebel and QB?
No, child. We can't say about it. I don't even know because I didn't see it, so I have to wait and see with everybody else. Right. But just from what I was told, I was like, oh my God. So it's a lot of shit that happened in those 48 to 72 hours that we were there. Right. I mean, in Atlanta, we only filmed that Friday evening, and then they did confessionals the next day. In Orlando, we filmed from that Thursday to fucking Saturday night.
Yes.
Right.
So yeah,
when people say, "Man, I didn't even know that," because the cameras are on, mics are on, you don't know. You get real comfortable around that. So yeah.
Right.
We deliver.
So is this a fantasy? I mean, is this a real or a myth that there is actually a trailer of Atlanta, of a trailer of me flying over a counter or something like that.
Tim, you never saw Tim. You know now, Tim.
They
Now,
made it sound like
hold on. Let me ask you this. Did you actually fly over an island?
I was trying. If I could, I didn't have no wings, honey. All
So
I
you
remember
didn't
is being
fly.
pinned up against the refrigerator.
So you
Right.
didn't fly.
Long
You didn't
enough
get
for me to
bitch.
think.
I was the one
believe
jumping in
I
front
can
of you. No, you're lying.
In my fantasy, I would see myself flying over that counter and catching him in the throat, and then pushing it all away from his chicken, you know, because he wouldn't stop eating.
But Tim, then the next day though, when we weren't filming, y'all was at the table talking and agreeing that, you know, I really don't have a problem with you, you don't have a problem with me, and it was just a whole misunderstanding, blah 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 blah, you know. Y'all
Well,
had talked it out.
It's like we're talking now. I mean, after the drama, you have to realize, people, we need content. So a lot of the shit that goes on YouTube is, I hate to say it, but we got to talk about something. So
wait a minute. So was that wait a minute? So you talking to Jay Wilson at the table the next day? Was that strategic commentary on your part?
Not with him. It's not.
So what you talking about?
No, I'm just saying that, like, when we're in the beef sector, if I'm commenting on you and it seems negative to you, or you're commenting on something I've done and you think that it seems very negative, whatever, that's content. You can't be over there being friendly, kumbaya with everybody, right? So don't take it so seriously. That part, it's the doxing shit that bothers me so much. Honey.
But okay, so you keep going this dox thing, but and then you have an issue with this, and people keep getting on you about it, about the whole when you say you don't like doxing, but you adore Treecey, and no one is saying that you are doxing by way of Treecey, but your girl Treecey stay doxing people all the time, Tim, and you be I hate doxing, and they're like, well, get the same energy to your friend.
Child, I used to know gangsters. And the people will come up and tell me the things that they had done to them, child. I said, it's not my business. I'm sorry.
But you have a strong
I've never even talked to Treecey.
We're not saying that. We're not saying that you talk. We're saying based on this YouTube thing, you like her, you cool with her on YouTube alone. I don't know what you do behind the scenes outside of YouTube. I don't care about that. Right. But on YouTube alone, you hate doxing, but she is one of the primary doxers that we have.
Yeah,
she was the primary. She will dox you, and then when you do something to her, she runs to the police.
Right.
All the things that you abhor. All the things that you abhor, she embodies all those things, and you have nothing to say about it. We don't expect you to beat upside the head, but if you're gonna say that somebody over here is wrong for doxing, but the person you cool with is doing all the damn doxing all the damn time, and you ain't got nothing to say about that, that's what people look like. Wait a minute.
Right. Well, if you're gonna have a tube ship, then you're gonna have to opt to just not get in those people's business. I mean, I can't look at everything they do. And frankly, I hardly even watch Treecey anymore. I don't. I still like her.
But I'm just explaining to you why people bring that up to you all the time.
Right. You think it's
like when you went off on Jay Dunn about the doxing, and she said, "But Treecey," and people in the chat said, "But Treecey," and that's why they keep giving you because you don't give that same energy to her.
Look at what Jay Dunn did.
What did she do?
Pretty.
What did she do?
She called the police, took that man's picture down to the police station. She made this big old thing.
Oh, okay. I'll raise you one. So Treecey called Chicago impersonating Fyebabe and got Fyebabe personal information about her daughter. So I mean that's a crime.
Fyebabe called Treecey's home where she lives, right?
They called her home, but she didn't impersonate her. She didn't break the law.
Yeah, but I mean she still did something, right?
But she didn't impersonate somebody.
None of them are innocent.
So, but again, that's what we're saying. So if none of them are innocent, you have more energy for certain ones versus your girl Treecey. That's despicable.
They're the story of the day, honey. I'm sorry. I can't be arguing with everybody. I don't have the energy.
Hey, then Treecey called the police on us when we were in Orlando. She called the police, had the police come to the house in Orlando, but it went to the wrong house. So what if the police would have went to the house and started shooting up the place and Treecey called on us? You were in Orlando too, Tim.
Yeah, but that's between you and Treecey, honey.
But wait a minute. So what if you'd have got shot by the cop in Orlando? It was a George Zimmerman type of man.
Right. This is wrong. I don't know anything about what they do. A lot of this stuff is just women talking. I just can't get my feet in there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they dox each other and talk about each other, and Fyebabe calling Rick Reed's mother and calling her a bitch. I said, girl,
but then Rick Reed drove by the hotel looking for me, but the person that called his mama a bitch is in the hotel lobby. He didn't stop and go in and nothing. He drive by saying Shawn Bradley trap mouth, and I'm like, I'm in Buckhead at a house in Buckhead somewhere. I'm not at the.
You gave me a new idea for a new book. It's called Content. Content. Simple, big letters.
And what will your content of the book be?
Content, honey. They got to come and they got to talk about something. We're not like Wally. We're not talking about celebrities. I don't know who the Nicki Minaj and all them people are, child. All we talk about is what goes on. When I click over here, I'm gonna go on to YouTube and I'm gonna see what people are talking about.
And then jump on
interesting. That's right. I got to. I'm sorry.
I'm not mad at you, but I'm just. But I'm like, why are you talking shit about me when I ain't did nothing to you?
Sean, I don't have a problem with you, honestly.
Now hold on.
I'm still gonna talk about there's a story there. I'm gonna talk about it.
We got to talk about something. You said that I say some of the most disgusting things when we talk about sex behind the pink door and all this stuff. But Tim,
nasty. Nasty.
But you told Kelly Love, you said, Kelly Love, I've done everything that you wanted to do. You want to do what I've done. So if you've done it and I just talk about it, how am I bad? How am I jacked up for we just talking?
I'm not doing it.
But you did it though.
Oh, I did all of it, baby.
Yes, but I can't talk about it.
Shawn Bradley, it's nasty talk, child. I was 63 years old, honey.
So, but I'm only 40. So again, so you're 63, I'm 40. So I still got 23 more years to do what you done.
So I said you were nasty?
Didn't you?
Did I say you were nasty?
Didn't you, right?
That make you feel nasty?
No, I don't care what you feel about me. Because I'm doing what I gotta do. You know, look, I'm not the one that's celibate. Shit.
It's called content, Shawn Bradley.
I'm just asking. So I was like, wait a minute, but he done all these things.
You'll be amazed.
All right, then. Now, were you giving or receiving?
I don't have that kind of power in my asshole. No. I can't do it, baby. I've been around,
child. And you were there all the time.
Right. So I was nasty. I'm not nasty no more. When you get to be 63, you might not be nasty either. Who knows?
But do you have any regrets?
No.
So why can't
you should Jay Wilson keep telling me I got all these regrets, honey. I miss the things. I ain't miss shit. What the fuck did I miss? Girl, I was fucking 7 days when I was on meth. I was fucking 7 days a week, girl. Yes, I got busted a lot, right? But I had stacks of money. I had plenty of boys.
Y'all did one for
until the end of it, the very end. I was having a ball. That's why I did it. Right? I can't sit here and say, "Oh, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done that."
So why are you criticizing me and Kelly Love for talking nasty, dog?
Y'all talk nasty.
But you did it.
It's okay to talk nasty. I mean,
but why are you criticizing
Millie Jackson? I said you were male Millie Jackson.
I take that. I take that love.
Okay, well, she was nasty. Don't be ashamed. Just be who you are. Right?
I'm not. You know I'm not ashamed.
They have songs about nasty girls and whatever. You know.
Now I was hearing you the other day. They was talking about Jay Wilson's dick. You was talking about his dick. How do you know Jay Wilson got a little dick?
Teeny weeny, eeny weeny. He never denies it. Teeny weeny.
But me and Wiley have seen it though.
What? Girl, how small was it? Tell me, how small was it, child? I see how you're laughing. If he had a big dick, he wouldn't be laughing.
You know what?
If he had a slung,
I said to myself when I would listen to what was going on the other day with you and these folks arguing and shit. I said, I saw the email Jay Wilson's dick. I emailed a picture of Tim and say, "This is here it goes."
Okay, so you asked me a question. How do I know Jay Wilson's dick is so little? It's from Shawn Bradley.
That's what I ain't gonna say that
more than anybody on YouTube, child.
Well, I've seen it, so I mean,
so you're gonna give testimony, and I know you're a person who appreciates the cock, so you would know.
I do. We know, Lord knows I do. Lord knows.
Right. So you can recognize when you're in the presence of a penny one, a little bit. His personality is the personality of a person with a little dick. All that overconversation shit. Then he always trying to make himself all big and like he's doing some big bad shit, girl. You live in the middle of Texas. What the fuck is that, girl? Everybody in Texas got a house. Wally gonna get a house? He lives in Texas. It's doable. That's what people do.
Yeah.
But then he compares himself people who live in San Francisco or living in New York City.
I can't afford
a house here.
Shit, I can't afford a house in San Francisco. I probably would need a roommate in San Francisco. I can't even afford a house in San Francisco. I probably have to rent.
Most people can't. Most people can't. So I'm poor people. Oh, the county gave you the house. Who get the fuck? Who gave it to me, nigga? I'm still laying down in the same bed. If I pay $20 a month, nigga, or $2,000 a month, I'm still laying in the exact same place. I'm still pouring water out of the same sink.
Now, Tim, I want to ask you this: when you left Atlanta, did you got a lot of backlash when you came to Atlanta, and a lot of people unsubscribed from you?
Let them.
But they did, though.
For what? That was all foolishness, child. I didn't even.
But that's, you know,
they told me that they subscribed. I think got 2 people told me to unsubscribe. Girl, I went almost to cry. I don't give a fuck if you subscribe or unsubscribe. It doesn't do to me. Girl, if you gonna unsubscribe from me because I was smiling at somebody, you're here for the wrong reasons. What did you want me to do? Go out there and slice that nigga's neck, and that would make you happy? Oh, I would have been happy then. Oh yeah, brother.
And they gonna put nothing on your book.
And ain't nobody gonna do my time but me.
Again,
baby. Again and again. That's the power in telling the truth. See, they can't shock me. You can't shock me, girl. I've been there. I've been in prison 10 times. What you gonna say? What is there? And if the niggas ever decide to dox me, what they gonna dox? I spend most of the goddamn time in prison. What you gonna dox the prison?
Now, Tim, you do get a lot of flack from that white Jesus on your wall behind you. Now they do be coming for your white Jesus.
I love that white Jesus. That Jesus hung over my bed in my prison cell. My very last time when I became a Christian for real at 42 years old. And that picture was right over my bed. And that's what the picture I was praying to. So when I got out of prison, it was just a torn out of a magazine, right? Somebody worked in the office, stole it, and this other little gay Christian boy tore it out of a magazine. And when I got out, I got it blown up real big, right? Much bigger than this. And then I just cut the face out, see? And I still remember that place where I became. That was my Damascus Road, honey. When I first found God. So it doesn't make no difference if he black or whatever they had in the magazine. Yeah. If it was a black Jesus in the magazine. But I ain't with all this shit, turn everything black, though. If you leave it up to me, I paint the White House black. No, that's not me. The damn book said, the book says over and over, Jew. He looked like Bernie Sanders. So I don't know why people got to make him black. They got to make him Chinese. They got to make him hood. They got sexy, what they call it, chunky Jesus and all that. I don't got to keep changing the image, honey. The book says clearly, he's born and died a Jew. You want to know what he looked like? Look at Bernie Sanders. Look at any other Jewish person. Look at the features, honey. He has hair like wool.
That's us, though. That's hair like wool. Black people.
A lot of Jews have hair like wool, honey. They got tight, curly hair. They call it a Jew fro. That doesn't change anything. That don't mean we got to turn him black. But I'm not saying there's anything wrong with turning. If you want to turn him black, you turn me anything you want to. But that Jesus there, even when if I leave here, honey, that would be the only thing going with me for absolutely sure. Because when I got out of prison, all I had was that picture and a jumpsuit.
Well, you know what? Now that you explain the story, I think I don't got a problem with who put you what on. You put it on the wall. But now that you explain the story, I understand the attachment because that's when you got saved. That's what she was looking at. That's where your faith was at. You know, that's the beginning
point of contact.
And then also
God has been faithful.
And then also too, you liked the white men. You know, sexually.
Ooh, don't say that. Ooh, honey, I just creamed on myself.
Sexually.
Now, Tim.
I'm just saying, girl.
Okay. So you had a partner that was a white. Your partner was white, right?
I loved him.
But you had black dick before or black ass, right?
All kinds, baby. I told
you.
When you are a crystal meth addict, everything in the room is getting sucked. That's just the way it is. I'm just telling you. So if you're black or you're Chinese or you're Mexican, you're white, it doesn't make a difference, girl. Everything gets sucked, right? We were just going delivering from room to room around the city, girl. That's just the way it is. So they want to make me some wild snow queen or whatever it is. Who gives a fuck about who somebody else having sex with, girl?
I mean, everybody gets sucked, man. Everybody gets
everything is getting sucked.
Your turn. So you never walk up in the morning with your jaw like, God damn, what I did last night.
No, they called me daddy. Ooh. Remember, I had the dope.
So you was one receiving the head.
The one with the dope girl.
So you was receiving the head because you gotta clarify these things because you said when you're on meth, everybody getting sucked, everybody sucking. So Jay Woods is gonna turn into you was sucking everybody damn dick. So I'm just trying to make sure that you let it be known that you was the one getting you was the daddy with the bag in your hand and they were dropping to their damn knees going feverish over the black man.
Right. No, we wouldn't deal with Jay Wilson. We'll invite him to leave before we got busy. That little dick would offend my senses, honey. Don't want no short man.
Oh, man.
Don't want no short, eeny weeny, teeny weeny.
But wait a minute, Tim. You would have had your fair share of these white men. Some of the white men got little dicks.
I like white men. So I mean, it's just a preference. I mean, when I was 10 years old, I started watching the Monkees. I got a crush on Davy Jones and Peter, I think the name was. And then I liked them before I even knew that I was gay or knew that I was attracted to men. I just thought they were cute. And basically, it just stayed that way. I just think it's cute. But now, I've had plenty of fine black men, though. So it depends on the person.
That makes sense. Well, I'm gonna say this about you. I thank you for taking the white men, because that leave both black men for us. So every time a black person dates somebody outside the race, I'm like, yeah, that's just more black men for us that want the black men. It's just more black men.
Enjoy yourself, honey. Enjoy yourself. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Enjoy yourself. I mean, most people there's plenty of black dick out there. That's what you like. But I don't like no kind of dick. It's been years, honey. When I left the drug world, I just couldn't get my mojo back. When you compare that with what I was doing, it just never happened again. I was too old by then. Honey.
Now, let me ask you this. So, with that being said, so you ain't seen that damn piece of white man in the last 15 years that done got your dick hard just a little bit?
No. Not physically where I did something with him.
No, I'm just saying you ain't like, oh, this got something like, oh, then he fine.
But that never leaves you. That's your gay.
But
your attraction is your gay. So you're always gonna look at people.
So what's it gonna take for us to get you laid?
Probably about $500. I don't know. I'm not settling, honey. If I'm gonna have sex, I want what I want.
Tim's like he for sale.
Not me for the trick. If I'm going to have sex with somebody, I would have to choose him. I like young guys, honey. I'm not interested in no 63-year-old men.
I'm not saying you. So you don't pay. But you are okay. So you don't mind paying for it right now.
No. You said, what can you do to make that? You can gift me with a hot piece. You see? I'm not paying for it.
Wiley, we gonna throw a mean sex party, Wiley. We gonna throw a mean sex party.
I like me a fine man, honey. So
all right,
the ones that I would like would not be into me. I don't think.
You want them? So you like the twinks or the buffs?
No, most of the guys I was with, they were between 22, maybe 30, 40 years old. But you have to realize, though.
No, what body type, though? What body type?
40-year-old man is a twink. A 40-year-old man is 23 years younger than me.
I know, but I'm saying, but what's the body type, though?
Skinny.
That's a twink. A twink is skinny.
Yeah. No. If some men are, I don't like kids.
No, twinks like the body type. When we say a twink, that's a skinny person. They don't know about that. Right. When we have a twink body, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. A twink is a young person. A twink is a young person.
Yeah, a twink could be considered a young person, but I'm saying body type wise, you like them skinny, like skinny swimmer's build.
Right. I'm not interested in muscles. I'm not interested in muscles.
All right. Now, don't be surprised, Tim.
Pay him good.
Don't be surprised if you get an old nasty invite and a plane ticket, and when you get to your hotel room, it's a
I gotta do all that to get some dick. God damn.
Get some dick. I thought you were gonna be doing the fucking. Wait a minute, Tim.
Like I said, content. You're trying to get content, honey.
No. Wait a minute, Tim.
You never know all the tea.
Tim just said again. So we try to get you some ass.
Oh yes, skinny, small ass. Right. I don't just do one thing, honey.
Come on for the versatility. Come on, versatility. Now, Wiley. Okay, now you know I'm a bottom. Wiley, what you get first to the top, Wiley?
I'm a top. Like me. Wiley, if I were to bottom, it would have to be a muscular dude, a thuggish type guy. You got to
Gotcha.
be a thug.
More masculine than you.
Yeah.
So is Rico a thug?
So damn. So
Rico's not a thug.
So wait a minute. So if I'm the bottom, Wiley up top, Tim, you the versatile. It's a way of balance.
What I am.
It's a way of. You ain't got to. We done figured it out.
I've had I've had some of it all, but I just don't. At this point in my life, it's just not that important. But it's going to happen to you too. It happens to.
I know. I get it. One day I'm gonna hit it to where you know that I'm not gonna be interested in sex.
And it's such a relief because to not be chasing people or trying to get people or going. You know how you used to go around that bar all night long. And,
no.
Yeah, you driving around. I should go home. I got to go to work, and then you go around one more time. And I'm just going to the sex club.
Well, you know, you 23 years older than me, so we got this. We got an app. It's called Grinder and A and Jack and all kind of shit on there.
Talking the wrong one. Y'all talking to the wrong. And he finally gets there, and he pull a Wally on your ass.
You're not a catfish. You're not a catfish. Come on, Catfish King.
You said, "Who are you?" Shit.
But no, I'm just trying to make sure, Tim, if we was to collect $500, you know, for your birthday or whatever, set you up over the night down at the Shanghai Lounge, some damn well, down at the Castro, that we wasn't gonna spend the money, waste the money. So you can still get it up, right? You can still get it up.
This boy wants all my information.
No, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna have a white boy tooted up in the air. The white boy gonna be you know, Tim. They had this situation where you go in the door, go in the room, the white boy laying on the bed, ass up in the air. He don't know who's fucking him, whatever. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. But if we had a scenario set up for you like that, but it ain't the dump, it ain't you the only dumping, you the only one dumping. Is it gonna be money well spent?
Right.
Well, we don't want you to be just a limp. We don't need you to be you know.
That's good. That's good. And it is huge. It's been described as huge, honey. When we used to have people like that, the nasty ones, pump and dump, and they would put the ads on Craigslist and all that, and you would go to the hotel room and the door is open and you go in there and just somebody's ass up in the air. You know what we would do? We would find his laptop. Because he was online, right? To get the boys in there, right? So what we would do is we would just steal his laptop, girl, and she'd still be sitting there with her ass up in the air. Where's your wallet, bitch?
Y'all ain't shit.
It's girl.
Y'all
I use the restroom and we would go and find
y'all ain't shit. Until you know what, and what we talking about for those of you that don't know, but in our world, there are some people that just want to be laid on the bed, face down, have their door unlocked, and they just want men to come in and boom, 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 leave, come in, boom, 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 leave. So Tim's saying when he would go there, he was still to bribe the people. now, would you give what they want though, Tim? Would you give what they want?
No, fuck no, you nasty shit. Get your wallet. You don't take your wallet. You take the whole pants, all the clothes, so they can't come after you. You know.
Oh damn!
So, and make sure you get the shoes. Because he can't run out of the whole hotel room. Well, play with me, honey.
But the times I've seen it on Craigslist, I've seen it where it's a partner, it's a couple, and the cuckold person was like, I want my partner wants to get done up, and
you crack him in his head. That's all you do. Pop him in his motherfucking head. You better not get up, motherfucker.
Tim, they requesting a new book. They requesting a new book, Tim. They requesting a new book about your ex.
Wait a minute. When you get to the door, you ask both of them. Now, do you feel fucked? Y'all bring back memories. Anyway, I got things to do.
But yeah,
but talking to you guys. Shawn, I guess we have to just pretend to be mad at each other sometimes.
I'm not mad at you at all.
It's just content. Be fair. Be fair and don't dox.
I'm not being unfair, but yeah. It was good talking to you, Tim. Good talking to you, Wiley. See y'all.
Okay. All right, Wiley. Read the book, Wiley. Both of y'all. I think you'll enjoy it.
Murder in the Beach Sector is in Amazon right now. People, make sure y'all go and check it out.
Right. Later.
Thank you, man. Oh man, this was good. Okay, man. Shout out to Shawn Bradley. Shout out to Uncle Tim. Shout out to, we had another special guest on the show. Man, it was a lot, man. I'm gonna have to do a restream of this. Definitely was fun. Give me a second. I want to give a special shout out. to Fresh PYD podcast host. Man, it was lit, man. Thank y'all so very much. I got to go do my homework. Thank y'all so very much. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Thank you to everybody that's contributes to the Cash App. Make sure you become a member today. Thank you to the people that's on Patreon. Thank you all so very much. It was lit today. It was really, really, man, it was so much fun. It was like being home with family, being back into the beef sector. Make sure y'all go and get the book, Uncle Tim book, Murder in the Beef Sector. We will read the book. I'm going to read it and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to review it. Okay. Shout out to the moderators. I see y'all in the house. Thank you all so very much. Okay. Let me go because I got to go and do my homework. Okay. And we're going to be breaking this live up so we can get some more views off of it. Thank y'all so very much. Y'all have a good one. Peace. That was a good live. Okay, let me end this.